Welcome to Nerds, Geeks in the Kitchen Sink. It's the podcast that's like hanging out at the video store. I'm one of your hosts, DK.
I'm Chris, your other host.
Improve if you feel like it. And,
Are you just lip syncing or?
yeah. Hang on. You're interrupting my note reading here. Let me
Oh, okay.
see what's next here. It
Well,
says,
hello, all you beautiful drunk bastards!
yeah.
I mean, what else you want me to go? Improve if you feel like it.
Yeah. We're doing
Smoke them if you
all.
got them. I mean,
If you have them, smoke them, please. Chris, how are you, man?
I'm doing pretty good. Busy as ever, but yeah,
It's been a bit of a while since we did
it's been
this.
a bit of a while. Yeah, we've had some real life things going on that we've had to, especially you.
I've been busy as hell, man.
Mr. Building our IMDb page.
I have now
Prepped.
two entries on IMDb. Whoa,
I have one, so I'm okay. I'm
it's
okay.
amazing. Yeah, man. Why don't you tell me first what you've been up to, and then I'll do my whole thing.
I done. I'm actually doing some modding for a channel. Shout out to Angry Badger. Awesome dude. Pop culture, movie reviews, that kind of thing.
Cool.
Also I want to shout out a VTuber that I've been going back and forth with, Cinnamere. If you guys want to get on there, she does anime, pop culture, that kind of stuff on there. She's hilarious. Subscribe to them. I know she is getting on her way to 10,000 subscribers, so
Whoa.
check them out. But watch some movies, watch some TV, and been running like a chicken with its head cut off, trying to get everything ready for this fall.
Man, fall's like a while away. You got time.
I have 2 months.
Fall's in 2 months?
Well, college is in 2 months.
Oh, the fall semester.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
all right, all
And I
right.
also want to shout out that thank you, the United States, for celebrating TK and I's birthday week this week.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's right. I always forget that we basically share a birthday.
Pretty much.
It's pretty awesome. Well, have you read anything, done anything cool that you wanted to cover before we get in?
I mean, not really. I know a couple of the absolute stuff is coming out. Newer titles, newer characters.
Yes, I'm a little bit behind. I have Absolute Catwoman, but I haven't read it yet. It's
Right.
sitting in the other room. I almost read it this morning, but then I read Odin #2 instead, which was pretty cool. Um, I also have there's the most recent Absolute Batman where Two Face kind of shows up for the first time as Two
Right.
Face. Uh, but yeah, lots going on there.
But I mean, other than that, for me, like I said, some of the stuff we'll get into, and that's about it.
Okay, cool. Well, I guess I better cover this massive vacation that I went on.
Yes.
I'm just gonna just try to quickly throw it all at you because there's a lot. We drove essentially 12 hours to Niagara Falls in one day. Um, we
I
got
saw pictures.
we got
Yes.
there at roughly midnight, and we went to Niagara Falls at midnight. It was gorgeous. They light it up at night. It was a really weird experience, but and being that tired, that really added to the.
And you were obviously on the New York side,
Yeah, we were on the the U.S. side, which
the US side.
I've actually been to the Canadian side before.
Okay.
I don't know. The U.S. side, I didn't expect it to be. It's like a whole park. I
Yeah.
didn't really realize like there's so much to it, and there's so much. There's more than just the falls to see.
Right. Right.
All the water coming in is split up, and it's all these different directions, and there's all these different trails you can take and
Yeah.
paths to go on and things to see, and there was a lot to do there. I expected to not spend too much time there. I basically thought, oh, we'll look at the waterfall, then we'll leave. But
Right.
we ended up
Yeah.
being there
No.
for several hours. It was awesome.
Yeah.
From there, we went to straight to New Hampshire, a hotel right on the beach in
Nice.
Hampton Beach. That place was incredible. I really recommend Hampton Beach. I didn't think because when you think sort of New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and beaches, like I always think like a rocky beach, like not so much like a beach day, but like hey,
Right.
it's more like H.P. Lovecraft type of a thing. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
you're not going to be enjoying the ocean as much as you are going to be like kind of looking at it and
Right.
thinking weird thoughts like, oh, there's going to be a creature coming out of it, that kind of thing. But no,
Or
it was
Jaws. I mean,
for sure. But this no, but there was a legit beach. I did
yeah.
not expect, regular sand and like amazing. Like there was a boardwalk there that
You
was
initially had that like whole Ernest Hemingway thought of what the beach looked like, not necessarily the sand and the,
yeah. I thought it was just going to be a rocky beach, and I was way wrong. It was incredibly great. So much so that we had a free day later. We were staying in Gloucester, Massachusetts, and we're like, you know what? We got a free day. Let's go back to Hampton Beach. So we drove back to New Hampshire to go to that beach. The boardwalk there was awesome. There was amazing restaurants up and down. There was an arcade that I loved. They had some pinballs. I played my best game of Addams Family ever on one play. I mean, it was
Nice,
incredible.
nice.
That place was just a delightful blast. I read the entirety pretty much of the Hellbound Heart on
Okay.
this trip. No, not the. I mean I read the entire Hellbound Heart by Clive Barker on this trip, and I read a lot of
Right.
it on that beach. It
Nice.
was glorious. But then we also stayed in Gloucester, Massachusetts, and that was more what I was expecting. It was this really old, hotel that had been, added on to and then made into like sort of a resort type of thing.
Right.
We had the best hotel room you could possibly have, views from every angle. They had amazing breakfast there, and it had such good vibes. It was a rocky beach, but it just looked
Right.
so gorgeous. And we had like a, what do you call it? Like you could step out onto the. It's like a back porch. What do you call it?
Right. Like a little veranda.
But we were on the second floor, so I don't know what do you
Right.
call it. I'm sure
Balcony?
Balcony is the word I wanted. Thank you. Why couldn't I think
Okay.
of balcony? I'm on some new meds, Chris.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Balcony was incredible. We spent a lot of time out there. Zora did enjoy herself, but she spent most of the time in that hotel watching old episodes of America's Funniest Home Videos and Family Feud.
Okay.
That's basically what she.
I mean, you can't go wrong with Steve Harvey. Come on.
It was she. I just would look in occasionally, and she'd be just laying on the pull-out couch, just like laughing at the TV. That was a delight. We did plenty of other things. We did go to Salem, Massachusetts, obviously, and saw some of the witchy things, and we saw the house from Hocus Pocus, and
Right.
we did all the things you want to do in Salem.
All the
It was,
touristy stuff, yeah.
yeah, for sure. We were only there for one afternoon, but it was really nice. I think maybe my favorite bit was they have some really old cemeteries you can kind of wander around.
Right.
I got some cool photos in there, and I like the
I've
vibes.
seen some of them. I've
Yeah,
seen some of
I like the
them. You've
vibes in
shared some.
Salem. It was really nice.
Yeah.
A lot of people, but I enjoyed it. Then we went to Keene, New Hampshire, and then from there we went to a place called Bellows Falls.
Okay.
I think that's in Maine.
Yeah.
That town was cool. That town was a small, whimsical little town. There's no big chain shops. It's all local places. There's
Right.
not a single, thing you'd recognize there. It takes a while to get to it. It is just tucked into the mountains. There's mountains all around on every side. It's green. The theater there is an old actual theater, but it has like a tall.
The big marquee and the.
But it also almost like a church. Like it has like a tower.
Okay.
It was really cool. And what we were doing there was seeing the premiere of Brantley Palmer's documentary, Contenders, which I did
Right.
score for. And I got to meet Brantley in person for the first time, which was an absolute delight. He's a great guy, and he actually took us to dinner afterwards. And what a great guy! He couldn't have been
Awesome.
nicer. We got to see the movie in a packed theater.
Nice. Very nice.
Very weird. I will say the first couple minutes when it was starting, I was like, I don't know if I can sit through this. Like I think it might affect me. I'm going to hear every part of the music, and it's going to upset me. I'm going to hear things I don't like. I'm gonna, whatever. The audience is gonna hate it. I'm gonna ruin this movie. Didn't happen. And
We're
one thing,
all our own worst critics.
yeah,
So.
it didn't happen. The response was really good. The thing I didn't expect was there were like a lot of laughs and like audience reaction in general. I did not expect that. I didn't, because when I look at it, I'm just like working on it. It's like a project.
Right.
I'm hunched over a computer screen, meticulously thinking and
Right.
analyzing and
Yeah.
treating it like it's a project. But like these people were there to be entertained by it and informed by it, and
Right.
they
It's
just
the macro view into the micro view of it.
100%. I didn't really. It didn't really even occur to me that was something that was going to happen. You know what I mean? It was
So
cool.
was it that thing that at the end of it finally hit you? Going kind of through it, that you were like, nitpicking your own work and not really being able to enjoy it until kind of afterwards, where
I had to
you
let
heard
go.
the reaction.
I had to let go of it.
Yeah.
In the first few minutes, I was really starting to freak out, but luckily, no one got up and walked out. It was all okay, and yeah, by the end, I was along for the ride. And I hadn't seen the final cut.
Final
And
cut.
there were some things in there that I, was new to me and whatever. So I was like, oh, that, it was nice that there were surprises even to me.
Yeah.
So, but that was an amazing place. We really enjoyed that. Just that town. And Brantley told me that I think in the 80s or like early 90s, that was like a rough area. Bellows Falls
Really?
was like a rough area. So much so that this author wrote like a crime novel that takes place there.
Oh, nice.
And it's called Bellows Falls. I'm probably going to read it.
You know what? I don't know why that name sounds so familiar for something.
I don't know, like historically, what if anything important happened there. I have
Right.
no idea. But it was a lovely little town. It was just so nice, and the scenery there is so different.
Right.
In Vermont, it's like basically Canada, and it's
Yeah.
all green, and there can be moose. But then, hey, on the way home, we went to New York again.
Okay.
And we saw the I Love Lucy Museum, because my family loves Lucy.
So did you walk in and say, "Lucy, I'm home"?
I bet a lot of people do that, but I did not. Look, it's not my favorite thing in the world, but I had a really good time, and I like watching it with them. So it's it's
Right.
fine. No complaints. It was fun to see them get all excited about it, and they have the sets. They have the sets there.
Oh,
And
nice.
you can go and and if you pay more, you can get your pictures taken on the couch that they had,
Oh,
in the
nice.
kitchen, whatever. So we did all that. They loved it. And then as we were leaving that museum, there were tons of people in the street, and there were vendors, and there was food, and there was all kinds of crazy stuff going on. And we're like, what is happening here? What did we stumble upon? And it was a double whammy farmers market pride event. And it was really cool. So it was like the last thing we got to do. So it was
Right.
really cool that, like, when you're leaving Lucy, you're like, oh, the whole vacation's over. We just got to go home now.
Right.
And we got to have like a little boosted little extra thing at the end. It was really cool.
Right.
So that was nice. And then, yeah, we just drove home, and it was great. Back to normal life. But I really enjoyed it. I got Brantley gave me, I don't know how well this is going to show, but I got the poster for the film, Contenders.
Nice.
Yeah, you can't see that, but yeah,
We'll see it a little bit.
yeah,
Okay.
pretty cool. That was just a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and it was a weird experience for me that I really, really enjoyed.
Well, I'm sure in the future it will not be just a once in a lifetime.
Well, if it is, it is. I'm not going to complain, but that was wonderful. That was wonderful. Okay, I need to shift gears from the vacation unless you have any
Okay.
further questions.
No.
Next thing. I was very lucky to get on the list and have now received the official Steam controller.
Ah, nice.
I've been using it a lot in the last couple of days, and you look at the back here.
Yep.
They've thought of kind of everything here. They have the back
Right.
buttons, much like the Pro PlayStation controller that I always, talk
Yeah.
so highly of. Yeah, you hear that? Beautiful.
ASMR. Yeah.
Yes. I really like it. It's only $100 compared to the Sony one, which is $200.
Right.
And you have all the same features and basically and more, except for the replaceable things on the back. But you don't really need them. This thing's really nice. If you are looking for a dedicated controller for PC, I really think this is probably the answer.
Okay.
I love the PlayStation controller, and Steam, it'll play nice with most controllers, but I think that Valve controller is kind of the way to go.
Well, I may have to look into that because that's what I've been looking for and trying to decide.
Man, I really enjoy it.
PC controller, so
I've been playing a lot of Steam Deck. I have not purchased the Steam machine because it's way out of my budget right now.
Right.
And to be honest, I don't really need it. Do I want it? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I don't need it right now, but maybe eventually I'll get one. And I've been playing a ton of. For some reason, I have all these other gaming handhelds and Anbernics and all these other devices, but I've suddenly switched to the Steam Deck for Game Boy Advance emulation.
Okay.
And I'm playing through Golden Sun 2.
All right.
Man, it is like luxurious to play Game Boy Advance on the Steam Deck. It's the biggest screen you would probably want to play that kind of thing on. I mean, I play it on the TV as well. I like it in docked mode, but because sometimes I would just want to be on the couch and have that going on. But as far as the handheld goes, man, and you can crank the resolution to infinity. I have it at 8x and it runs still better than on the original hardware by far.
Nice. Well, yeah.
It's glorious. It looks so good. It plays so well. And I like that some of the features on the Steam controller kind of make some of that stuff even better. And you can use the little thumb pads. These automatically become a mouse.
Okay.
So when you're going through a menu, because you're still using an emulator, it thinks it's a computer basically. So you need to navigate the menus. You just run your finger along this, and you can actually click it in, and it knows.
Now, how is that with gameplay with like the bottom of your thumb? Does that affect it any? Or
it's actually better. So the Steam Deck has them as well. I bump them sometimes on the deck, but have never done it on the controller. They're angled in a certain way where you just don't hit them unless you want to.
Okay.
And you can also use them for, like, if you prefer in an FPS, you can use your thumbs on those to control your aim and stuff.
Right.
I don't know if that's for me, but I'm sure there's a certain type of game. Like, you could play like an RTS or something, something like that, a strategy game, and use those instead of a mouse. So you could you could finally play a real-time strategy game on the couch probably without much trouble.
Okay.
Definitely cool.
That's because I was just kind of wondering, because I'm kind of heavy on my, with the normal PlayStation controller, kind of turning them in to where the insides of my hands.
I haven't had the trouble. We got different size hands, but it's different for everybody. But so far, I really recommend this controller. It's awesome.
I'll check it out.
Yep. All right. Next up on my list, and I have a little list here.
Okay.
I have to talk about this. I don't know how I didn't start with this. This week, massive news for me.
All right.
Well, number one, they showed a new trailer for Evil Dead Burn, which I think will be a lot of fun. It seems a little, I'm just going to say now, the movie seems a little mean, which, the newer Evil Deads have been.
Yeah.
But I just don't want it to be just like gore fest without any fun, because Evil Dead is supposed to be fun, at least for me, So, it being just a cruel, violent movie about dismembering a family, that's one thing, but I want it to have a wicked sense of humor and,
Right. I mean, that's kind of what Evil Dead is. So
it needs to have those things.
Kind of steer away from that. Is it really Evil Dead? And
yeah, exactly. So I'm a little nervous about Evil Dead Burn, but they did also announce Evil Dead Wrath. And I put this in the Discord already, but I just have to vocalize it here. Evil Dead Wrath is going to be the movie that comes out next year.
Right.
A prequel to the first Evil Dead. So it's a 70s period movie.
Oh, nice.
I am so excited.
You know what? And I'm kind of surprised with all these, new additions. They didn't do that first.
It's crazy. I'm fine with it. I mean, it's good. And it sounds like with Burn, they're going to be connecting possibly 2013 with Evil Dead Rise and maybe with some of the older ones too. So, I know Evil Dead is sort of a tangled mess of rights.
Right.
Like Army of Darkness, it doesn't really fit in with the other ones, and it's like they can't always use that stuff. So I don't know if that'll be included, but Anyway, I'm very excited, but that's not even what I was trying to tell you. That's not even the announcement from this week that I'm excited about, but I am stoked about Evil Dead. The announcement from this week is Phantasm is being adapted into a TV show.
I saw that.
Now, we're only at the stage where I believe they are developing. They don't have a studio. They don't have anything further than that. They don't have actors. I don't think that anything's gone with directors. I mean, I would love it if it was just Coscarelli. It needs to just be Coscarelli again. But I don't know if that's something... He may just take a producer's...
If that's even possible, yeah.
Yeah, he may just take a producer's role and take that check, you know. It could happen. But I would hope that Coscarelli would at least consider it, because I think he's still got a lot of the juice left in him. And I think he should definitely take a crack at it if they will let him. It's so prime for a TV show. I've thought this for some time. The nature of the storytelling in Phantasm and the strangeness of that universe and world, it lends itself, I think, just perfectly to the sort of episodic thing.
You know, back in the 80s when they had the Nightmare on Elm Street TV series,
yeah,
I'm surprised they didn't develop this into a TV series back then. Because that played all into the Tales from the Crypt, you know, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, the TV series. You could have absolutely had this.
My guess would be...
I mean, maybe oversaturation.
Well, my guess would be really... There's an ant on my computer screen. What the hell? How'd you get in here, bud? My guess would be Coscarelli he didn't want it to have to deal with... I mean, I'm sure it has been considered before, but, you know, number one, it starts as a movie series. He's probably going to try to continue it, because back then TV was seen as lesser.
Right.
You know, it really was. It's not anymore.
No.
And I would think he just, you know, he wants the freedom of doing an independent film. Once you move to, you know, any kind of network
mainstream,
or even something like an HBO, you're still constrained.
Right.
By all those rules and what they want. So,
true.
But TV has now changed. So you can write the script you want to write, and if it gets greenlit, holy shit.
I mean, hell, how many, you know, between the independent stuff of like Amazon and Tubi and Pluto and, you know.
And that leads me to the next thing. Because
You're welcome for the segue.
Yeah, thank you. I have been watching and just completed Widow's Bay. It's on Apple TV.
We talked about this beforehand.
Yes.
I haven't yet to see it. It's on my list, but I haven't seen any of it.
Chris, I loved it.
Okay.
It's the most into a new show that I've gotten in a long time. And I think it's easily going to be enjoyed by you. Okay. Easily. It's very good. What it basically is the way it starts is like, picture this. What if the mayor from Jaws was trying to get people to come to his remote New England island where everyone says, this place is cursed. Don't bring people here. And he's like, tourism.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way it starts.
Okay.
And then you find out, is the island cursed? What's going on? How does it tie into the characters? What about the history of the island? Yada, yada. I don't want to give anything away. And honestly, I went in not knowing anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, truly, all I heard was, hey, it's kind of a horror thing. What I did not know is how funny it is.
Okay.
I found it to be, like, hysterical. There were some laughs out loud, like, really good. I really liked Widow's Bay. And I could probably talk about it for a long time, but I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to really give anything away. If you're listening and you haven't seen it, if you tend to agree with me on taste, stuff like this, do what you got to do. Find it. Widow's Bay. It was a blast. We could not wait to get to the next episode every time. It manages to be creepy and funny. It's gorgeous to look at. It's really well written. The performances are excellent.
Okay.
I can't praise it enough. I want to rewatch it. I never rewatch TV.
Yeah.
I really want to rewatch.
Unless it's something really old, yeah.
I want to own a Blu-ray set, a gorgeous 4K Blu-ray set. Yeah, man. Highly recommend Widow's Bay. So that is
That's awesome.
that's a big thumbs up from me, dog.
No,
Now,
it sounds good, and I will definitely.
please let me know if you do watch it.
Yeah, I will. I absolutely will. There's nothing really. I mean, how I started the House of the Dragon season 3 started.
Mm-hmm.
It was okay. It's the dragon fights were neat. Past that, it's so far from the books at this point.
Well, yeah, literally, and within the universe also very far.
Right,
from
that's
the
what I
books.
mean. It's just like,
That's funny.
but no. So and then the only thing that I'm watching right now is Dutton Ranch. So
Mm-hmm. I've heard about it.
yeah. I mean, it's in the if you like the Yellowstone stuff, it's a spin-off of that. So
I like the national park.
yeah, it is pretty.
All right, what have you been watching?
Okay,
You got some stuff, right?
I do have a few things. I know this movie has been very controversial. And the director himself is incredibly controversial, but and it's very much a B movie, but the new Uwe Boll Citizen Vigilante.
Did you have to rent this online, or did you go to a theater?
No. Actually, it was on X for 2 days for free. So,
What the hell, dude?
yeah.
First of all, I don't know why you sought out an Uwe Ball movie, but okay.
I've
Tell
watched
me
a
about
bunch
it.
of those Blood Rain and everything else. They're
I thought
stupid
Blood
but
Rain
fun.
was terrible, and I
It
thought
was,
House of the
but it
Dead
was
was
fun.
terrible. And isn't
But they're-
Uwe Boll like a fucking asshole?
He is. But he's a funny asshole in time, so.
All right, tell me
But,
about it. I don't
okay,
know.
this movie-
Let me just say, I don't know anything about this. I had not
Okay,
heard of it till you
okay.
mentioned it.
It does star Armie Hammer, who, yet again, very controversial, but, I mean, you have to
Well,
give
you
the
know,
guy credit.
he's hungry right now.
Well,
He's hungry right now.
a lot of that was bullshit, but, I'm not saying it was all not bullshit, but
Maybe he's only a little bit of a cannibal. I don't know
he could have
anything
been.
about it. Dude.
I know. He could have been talking about something else that was not. Let's just say NC-17, but
Sure.
who knows?
I don't know.
I don't either, and I'm not asking. But there's a lot of actors that I don't like them outside of their roles, and I still watch them. So
There was a time, like a long time ago, when I wanted him to be Batman.
he actually was going to be
For
Batman.
that Justice League one, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
and seeing the suit and hearing some of the stuff, I actually was not upset that if he would have been.
Yeah. I'm
And
talking
this-
like early, like mid 2000s. Like,
Yes,
but I
yes,
wanted him
this
to be
was-
Batman for sure. I was
Yeah.
on board for that.
Yeah. No, and just looking at the costume that they had reminded me a lot of the Arkham Asylum Batman
Oh,
costume.
that's cool.
So it had the
I just
big,
picked up the mini of that.
it had the taller bat ears on it and
I
the
like that.
the scowling look on the cowl and
That's
that's
one of my faves for Batman for sure.
I know. So, and just seeing stuff like Man from Uncle and a couple of his other movies, it would have been like, damn, he probably would have been a pretty good Batman. But anyway, basically, this guy is over in Europe, and a lot of things are going on, and almost like the '70s vigilante movies like Death Wish and Dirty Harry, and in that vein. That's what this is.
Okay.
And it's a Uwe Boll movie, so it's pretty bloody and brutal, but it's actually pretty damn good for what it is. I
can't
mean,
believe
it's
you
obviously
are saying-
it's. I know. I can't believe I'm saying that either. But I mean, it's definitely a B movie. I mean, there's no getting around that. But I. Dude, Armie Hammer is actually a damn good actor in it, and I can, in this role, other than the brutality part, if you took out the killing, makes me believe he would have been a hell of a Batman.
Interesting.
I mean, he's just an imposing guy anyway.
Hmm.
Dude, 6'5" and, big dude to begin with, but
That's interesting. I had not heard of this. I didn't know anything about it. So
I mean, it's on Amazon right now. It's only like $6.99 to rent it.
little
And
high, I think.
eh,
I don't want to
I
give
mean,
Uwe Boll any money.
it literally just came out. So, I mean,
Okay.
there's a
Then.
lot of movies that are even higher that I would not give that were big studio films. So,
Sure.
I would rather something that was pretty decent give $6.99 than, $24.99 to a movie like Supergirl.
Sure. Okay. Well, it's funny you bring up Death Wish because I got my wife to watch Death Wish 1 for the first time 2 nights ago. And the reason was I want to show her Death Wish 3, 4, and 5. We need to be. She needs
Right.
to know what's going on. She needs to know
The
Paul Kurtz.
origin. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
gotta see the origin first. So
yeah. Definitely, the first one was a bit of a tougher watch, but I think kind of rightly pointed out, like, hey, he's the bad guy, right? I mean,
Right.
in some
Yeah.
ways, like, he's kind of fucking crazy here. This is crazy, and
well, and that's the thing. That's the big similarity with this movie. You know, he it's a vigilante going out and doing
sure.
the things, bad things for what he perceives are the right reasons.
Right, exactly. Yeah, an interesting character. But yeah, we just watched that, and we're gonna do all of them, I think. But whether she likes it or not,
Yeah. Well, and just in the 2 days that this movie was on X, it had legitimate 10 million watches and full watches. So, I mean,
I don't know, man.
I'm just saying, hey, it was for free, so I'm gonna watch it.
Sure, sure, sure.
But anyway, yeah, and I know we can get into it. I don't know how long you want to get into this, but I did watch Supergirl.
Sure. Yeah, I haven't seen it, so if you
Yeah,
have seen it,
so
let's give the review.
this movie makes me question James Gunn ever being the head of DC Studios.
We've turned around so fast on James Gunn.
And you know what? I was so optimistic. I won't be the first person to admit I was very optimistic. You know, for the most part, it had its problems, but I liked Superman. I mean, was it as good as something like Man of Steel? No. But it was a pretty decent movie. It had a lot of problems, but this is just. I just. Millie Alcott is unlikable in this character. And that's nothing personal on her. I think a lot of it is the writing and the way they had her portray Kara. I mean, you know how much of a big fan I am of Tom King.
Right. You've said this on the show many
Yes,
times.
many times. And they did him dirty by calling this The Woman of Tomorrow.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
So there's just it's and I know a lot of people have said this. I'm sick of the fucking dog.
Oh yeah, Crypto's in this as well, right? Yeah.
Crypto is
Makes
like
sense.
the main reason this movie for the most
It's
part.
Guardians 3, right?
Yeah, well, Guardians 3 was so much better than this.
Something happens to the animal, and they got to go do something
Yeah,
on account
yeah,
of the animal.
absolutely. I mean, that's, and supposedly James had nothing to do with this other than being a producer, but it looks identical to Guardians 3 with a Mad Max color palette.
That's
Everything
interesting.
is gray and sandy and brownish orange and
When I'm thinking of the new DC stuff, like my thought was that it was going to be colorful and
yeah,
kind of
that's
recapture
what we
that
were told.
positivity of the early
Right.
DC, and these fantastic characters from space and all that stuff. So it is interesting that they immediately switched to a different visual style.
And the woman that wrote this, she is supposed to be writing Wonder Woman and Teen Titans. She literally has no real major writing experience
Have they?
on any major movie.
Did they announce a Wonder Woman movie? I didn't. I didn't know that.
It's in the writing, quote unquote writing process. Yes.
Okay.
But,
Could it be worse than Wonder Woman 84?
Yes.
It could be.
Yes.
Okay.
Because it's being written by the same person that wrote Supergirl.
Is Supergirl worse than Wonder Woman 84?
Yes.
Damn, dude. Okay. Or to quote that movie, shit, Diana.
Yeah. The main antagonist are basically the Ravagers that are stealing child brides from people so they can, extend their all-male race.
The Ravagers, weren't there literally Ravagers in the Guardians of the Galaxy? Aren't they even called the Ravagers?
But in this, they're not called the Ravagers.
Oh, okay.
But it starts with a B. I can't remember. I couldn't have cared less as much as that point.
I got you.
The brightest spots, and they were pretty much useless and feckless in this whole movie, was David Cornsweet and Jason Momoa as Lobo. Between the two of them, they're in the movie for a grand total of like 15 minutes.
I didn't know Superman was in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he makes a small little cameo in it, nothing of significance. And then Lobo's in it, a short period of time. But I mean,
I'd like to put that Lobo with Nathan Fillion's Green Lantern.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Is that on the way? Is that what they're?
I doubt it. I mean, there's rumors of doing a Lobo movie, but my God, you're starting the DC universe. Why was Supergirl your second fucking movie?
Who do you think?
And you
think it should have been Lantern, or who do you think?
No,
Flash?
It should have been Batman.
All right.
It should have been Batman. It should have been Wonder Woman.
Is it that they're not doing Batman because they're still doing the Batman?
It doesn't matter. He's not part of this universe.
Yeah, but I just mean, like, is it a business, like a strategic business decision? Like, hey, we don't want to do Batman because we got other Batman.
If it is, it's a fucking stupid one.
I'm just asking.
You don't. I mean, I don't often. I mean, they can use that as an excuse, but at this point, I mean, just listening to Gunn, especially recently, he does not like these main characters. I mean, obviously by the looks of their movies.
Well, for a while now, he hasn't been really dealing with those main types of characters. He's been dealing with Guardians of the Galaxy for fuck's sake. I mean, those are B tier at best.
Yeah, at best.
When at least when he got him, when he got a hold,
they were C tier when he got them.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah. But if you read the comics and watch the movies, they're not the same at all.
Sure.
I mean, they changed the comics to adapt to the movies.
Yes, I would totally agree.
So, I mean, he does not go by, and if I saw somebody I would throw punch a motherfucker that said, "Oh, kindness is the new punk rock." Fuck off!
You would not do that to Superman, who said that.
I would. I'd find a fucking kryptonite ring. You would
break your hand.
I would find a kryptonite ring and punch him in the fucking throat.
But Chris, maybe kindness is the real punk rock.
Fuck off.
I've said it a few times to Zora.
We're getting
sincerely said that.
Yeah, quit. Just be a better parent. Be a better parent. Don't say that shit.
I'm sorry for thinking Superman was a good role model. I apologize.
He was, just not this one. Go back to Christopher. Mm-hmm. Go back to Henry.
I don't think it's going to happen.
And the sad thing is, I think David Cornsweet is a great person to be. I think he does Superman well. It's the writing and the directing. And the dude, loves the character and knows it. I'm just afraid they're going to Henry Cavill him. he's going to start pushing back, and then they're going to fuck him over.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's, I just don't get it. You literally were had the possibility of being printing money if you did this right.
How's it doing? Do we know box office wise?
Oh,
Or
it's
is it too
horrible.
early?
It's not doing well. It's doing the Marvels level.
Okay.
I mean, and you know what? If you like the movie, good on you. Good on you.
Well, I haven't seen it yet, so I
But
can't argue with you. I don't know.
and I know, and I get that. But I mean, the plot points, there's no consistency. You know, the reason she quote unquote gets into the fight is stupid. You know, the dog plays too much in all of these freaking movies. I mean, yes, we get it. You adopted a dog, James.
Listeners, sound off in the Discord. Let's hear about Supergirl.
Oh my
I'm
God.
interested to hear what people are saying.
And it's just like there was so much potential for the DCU. And then
Do you feel that it's already too late?
We've got Man of Tomorrow coming out.
Is it next year?
Yeah, I think so. And then we've got the Lanterns, which I'm not looking forward to.
When is that?
August.
Soon. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I want to what is Green Lantern? They're space cops.
Yeah.
You know,
We
they're
had this conversation.
intergalactic. I know, but it's all involved. We want these, you know, he's making all these characters to be something they're not. Want all these shows to be something different than what they are. You know, I don't want fucking True Detective for Green Lanterns.
It's a strange mashup.
You know, mark my words, Hal Jordan will be dead. Either it's all like retrospect, the whole series, or he'll be dead by the end of it.
They're marked. Your words are marked.
But my God, it's frustrating because you can see the potential. You can see the possibilities. And, you know, people say superhero fatigue. It's not. It's shitty IP development fatigue.
Okay. Well, I haven't seen it. When I do see it,
I know,
will give my report, and we'll go to the next one. Do you have anything else on Supergirl?
No. I mean, I could, but it usually involves expletives.
We got it. We got it. I did see Obsession, and it's getting rave reviews. It's making tons of money, and you know, something nice I'll say about it is it's definitely a unique, original film.
Right.
But I have to admit, I don't think it was for me.
Okay.
You know, I'm all about new original horror for sure, but
right.
There was something about the sensibilities of this movie that I just didn't. It didn't really do anything for me. I was kind of left a little bit confused by it.
Okay.
Without going too deep into spoilers, I don't think I understood the characters. I don't think I understood. I don't know if it was bad storytelling or if it was just me not understanding it, or maybe I'm not the right target audience for this. Like it does feel like something maybe that's for a younger audience.
Well, and I know a lot of it, you know, is playing into that, you know, early Gen Z
relationships,
you know, young millennial kind of
I think
thing
so.
going on.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. I don't know, but it just did not. I just didn't really get it. I liked the way it looked, and you can't really argue against the acting was pretty good.
Yeah,
but just the story and the scares, like it didn't really go into the what's and the whys. It gave you some answers, or it gave you. I wouldn't even say answers. It gave you some tidbits that kind of lead
I mean,
you.
you can spoil it here.
They're
Go
hints.
for it.
It's
been out for several weeks. So.
Sure. It gives you some hints as to what things are and but it doesn't really go into any details or really confirm anything.
Right.
So the whole thing's a little bit confusing, I thought.
Okay. What were you confused by?
I don't even want to get into it.
No, we got time. We're good.
Okay. Well, um, you really want me to do spoilers like this?
Yeah,
On this?
go for it. It's been out almost a month.
Okay, well, so the guy wishes that this woman would love him more than anything else in the world.
Right. Right. When she finds the twig in this curiosity shop.
Yeah, he buys it. He buys it as like a little
Gag gift.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. And he makes this wish, and then it apparently comes true. And then it's just like a weird, awkward relationship for a while, which is like a lot of the movie. There's not a lot of like big scares, I didn't think. Like there's some weird like sort of exorcisty, like, you know, you see her in the dark being like,
right,
you know, like weird poses, but like and she's like screaming and freaking out sometimes. But it wasn't really clear to me what he was supposed to do, what she was supposed to do. It was just like scene after scene of them not being compatible. I mean, that's really what it was, and it didn't scare me. It didn't even unsettle me. I was just like, man, this relationship sucks. You know?
Yeah.
But like, I didn't understand. It almost implies that she is possessed by another entity.
Yes.
And that she, but then he does like a phone call, and the guy's like, "Do you want to talk to her?" And she's like screaming on the phone, like it implies that she's maybe not in hell, but like somewhere else, like her spirit or something is like somewhere else.
Right. Right.
But then like, what is? It doesn't tell you anything about like what's in her body. It still seems to be her. She, the real her, talks in her sleep, and she's like, "Hey, kill me. Why don't you just kill me? Because this is awful."
Right. Well, there is that one scene where she said, she starts screaming that it's not me,
Yeah.
and then she hits herself in the bottle and then goes back to.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's obvious possession. I mean, it's
yeah,
just,
but I don't.
I mean, it's pretty well obvious possession.
Yeah,
it doesn't
guess.
explain that, but.
Yeah, I guess it is, but then it's not really her. So then what's the wish really mean? I don't.
And that is a criticism of the movie that I've heard a lot of. And maybe that could be delved into if they do another one. And I mean, by the success of this,
I'm sure they will.
I'm sure they will, for the little amount that it costs and what it's making.
What I expected was he makes a wish, because I knew kind of the premise is that he makes a wish, she becomes obsessed with him, and then maybe 30 minutes in, 40 minutes in, they break up, and then she becomes like a crazy, like a crazy.
You were thinking kind of a Fatal Attraction kind of.
Yes, but like with a demon or something.
Right.
But that doesn't happen.
No.
Nothing like that happens. She does see him talking to another woman and doesn't like that very much.
Right.
I for whatever reason, this did not really hit any notes that I enjoyed hearing.
No, and I get it. I kind of get it, because you are a, shall we say, connoisseur, a sommelier of horror.
Something. I like a lot of it. And
and I mean, you understand a lot of the premises of horror, and I think this is a lot of, I would call it horror for normies.
Yeah, I would agree with it.
And I think,
but I want to be clear though that that's not a bad thing.
No.
I'm glad this exists. We need more horror for normies.
Yeah,
we need more gateway horror.
I was just about ready to say this is kind of a gateway more into the horror genre than something we would normally watch.
And like, I didn't understand, like, there's a thing that happens with the dead cat, and it's like, why? None of that makes any sense. She does this weird, like, she does these weird poses and things, and it just none of it made sense. I didn't really understand it. So anyway, I think I gave it a 2.5.
I mean, it's understandable. I thought it was, from everything that I've seen, I have not seen it, but I've heard all the spoilers and I've seen like a million clips, shall we say, on the high seas of the internet.
Sure.
But no, I totally get that reaction. Um, I would say it's decent. It's not great, but if you're into horror, you would think that. If you're not normally into horror, and especially being on the younger side,
This could blow your mind. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So look, I want more from this director, and I want if there's a sequel coming, great.
Well, see, and that's me personally. That's like the back rooms. I've actually
Which I
been
haven't
getting into
seen.
that. I've been getting into that. You know, the liminal space horror stuff.
Finally, I've been talking about it for years,
I
Clint.
know, I know, I know. I've just been finally really delving deep in it. I like the movie, but I was more of a fan of Mary than um what's his name? God, I'm forgetting. But
Is it
you know
the
how the
is
main
it the guy
character.
from Firefly, or am I completely
Yes.
wrong? Okay,
No,
because
you're right. You're
I
right.
really liked him in Firefly
Yes.
and other
I
things
mean,
I've seen him in. He's
yeah.
really good, so I'm looking
Yes.
forward to seeing that just for him.
I mean, his acting is phenomenal. I just think the way they made his story, I think Mary's story is a little better.
Hmm.
I wanted more of her. So, but
Okay,
yeah, no, I mean I feel the same way with, everybody's raving with Backrooms. And I personally like the YouTube series better than I like the movie.
I haven't seen any of it. I know what it is. It's some weird
Right.
rooms, but
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of the YouTube. I haven't seen the movie, so eventually I will.
But both of those movies are going to get a sequel, and I hope they don't get the Hollywood studio treatment.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? I hope they keep that more independent feel to it.
Sure.
So
Well,
we'll
that
see.
just who knows that that's
Right.
doesn't seem likely when they have as much money and they're going to pump triple the budget or quadruple
You
the
know what
budget.
though? Terrifier. I know you're not a huge fan of those movies,
I
but
like them
they've
better as they
he's.
go.
I know and he's getting more money and more popularity, and you know Leone has improved him. So, but
Hmm.
he's kept control of him.
Right.
So
Which is
there's,
why I
I
want
think that's the
Coscarelli to,
difference.
to direct a Phantasm TV
I know,
show.
yeah. Okay, circling back to that, who would you want? I mean, most likely probably an unknown, but who would you want in that?
Well, Michael Shannon as the tall man,
Okay,
no question.
okay.
He's perfect for that role.
I don't.
I,
Yeah,
I've been saying it for a while. Yeah, as far as the other guys, like I don't have I know the type that I want for like Reggie.
right.
Reggie needs to be like a groovy, cool guy, but like with a lot of heart.
Yeah,
I had originally like a while ago when I was thinking about this was thinking Patrick Wilson because number one I could kind of see a resemblance like if you gave him the
right,
skullet like he would look close in that Ice Cream Man outfit.
right.
Plus, I know he plays guitar because he played guitar in Conjuring 2 and did that Elvis song for those
Oh,
kids.
okay. Hear me out on this. We're talking.
But I think we can
I,
do better than Patrick Wilson.
right. Hear me out on this though. Patrick Wilson as Xavier for X-Men moving forward.
You're gonna have to give me like 3 weeks to process that. That's tough because I'm so used to him being a British guy.
I mean, he'll do a British accent.
You think?
He can. He can. But look at him like in The Watchmen. His acting in that.
He's a good actor.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to see, but I was thinking about this because, we're after all the Marvel, Doomsday and Secret Wars, we're moving right into mutants and X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't mind McAvoy, but I just don't think he'll he'll commit for that long.
Why would they? Why would they go back yet again?
That's what I mean.
Hopefully they won't. I want all new people. I just want it to be all new.
That's why I'm saying Patrick Wilson for Xavier.
That's an interesting choice. I don't know if I can say yes right away, but it's an interesting choice.
I
don't say no right away.
And the only reason I kind of say that over why am I blanking on his name? Was in Kingsman and like tons of stuff.
Eggsy?
He was No,
Eggsy?
Merlin.
Strong? Mark Strong?
Yeah.
Just because he's bald?
No, but he plays that kind of almost, upper class. But he's a good actor and other stuff too, not just that. But
no, I think like
he's
Mark Strong,
yeah, I think he's a little too old. And if you wanted to, another 10, 15 years, you need somebody a little bit younger.
Sure. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not good at casting. I just know Michael Shannon should be the tall man, and that's all there is to it.
I mean, just look at his face in Man of Steel.
Dude, just
when
the
he's
scowl,
doing the angry face. That's what I mean.
Scowl and put him in the outfit
right.
and give him the tall shoes.
Right.
Put him in the 70s suit.
Yeah.
It would work. It will work when it happens, and it will happen.
Yeah. But no, it's, I think they can, that's another property that if they do it right, it can get, some tailwind and be a really good show.
Oh, yeah, I totally agree. It's prime. It's prime. Let's go. Yeah. Well, anyway.
But anyway.
I don't know that I have any other things here.
Well, there was one thing that actually looks good coming from DC.
What is that, Chris?
The animated new 3-part movie.
Yes, Batman Nightfall. Yes.
Yes.
The animation is interesting because it does look a little retro to me.
It looks like we're going back to when DC, animation was at its height. Not the last few, but...
Yeah. Yeah, and it's cool to see, because, that's a story I know. It's cool to see the characters and the moments kind of in the trailer. You can kind of put it together. Yeah, it looks cool. So, ideally that gets people into Batman, and it's a cool movie.
Because apparently we're not going to get him in the DCU for a while, but...
I just want more of the Batman.
Do you want a chance to have the trailer punched up?
I don't, but I could.
Yeah, let's end on that.
Okay. Batman, the Batting Man.
They also did the Cape Crusader, the second season, and God, why?
Okay, here we go.
Jar Jar Abrams product.
Jar Jar Abrams. All right. Hang on, I got an ad.
Okay.
All right, I've skipped the ad.
Okay.
Share. I know how to do this.
Okay.
Okay?
You're good.
Okay.
You're a professional.
I know.
I know.
All right. You see it?
Now I do.
All right.
Did you share audio?
I sure did.
Gotham City needs Batman.
Batman, you haven't slept since Arkham exploded 2 days ago. Maybe we should ask John Paul for help. His training is coming along.
We're all that stands between those inmates and...
I really like even just seeing this text like this. Is that what you were going to say?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I absolutely agree.
I like seeing the Batcave. It's got that retro but modern,
To me, this is
the big penny.
Oh, yeah. It's like 80s, 90s Batman,
right.
For sure.
Stands between those inmates and the fall of Gotham.
Well, we've already seen...
Love Scarecrow.
Ice,
I'm
Mr.
kind
Freeze.
of mid. I'm kind of mid on Mr. Freeze. I don't know.
It could be more Art Deco. I think that would make more sense.
I don't like the whole lineup suit that much.
It looks
like
more
on the
like
body.
it looks more like an Iron Man thing or like a
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, it's okay.
Inmates in the fall.
But I love Scarecrow.
Yep, that's a good Scarecrow for sure.
That is a very good Scarecrow.
They say you are the greatest detective. And yet you
Bane.
did not.
And I love this right here. That is the Luchador Bane.
Yeah.
No more of this, gas mask. He sounds intelligent. He's not just a wrecking ball beast. But,
I mean, we all know Bane's intelligent.
right.
He is.
But I mean, but it's got both the size and the smarts in this one.
Sure. And it looks like Bane.
And it looks like
the
Bane.
that
You've got that
feel.
luchador mask. You've got the outfit that's simplistic and doesn't need to be overdone.
Mm-hmm.
And
For
then he's also, like I said, the fact that he's intelligent and, I wish he had just a little more of maybe a Latin accent, Hispanic accent.
Yeah,
Because
let me
he
hear
was
him again.
portrayed that way in the...
Not see this coming.
Oh, yeah.
I intend to break you.
Oh, he intends to
Give it
break
your
you.
best shot. Let chaos reign in Gotham.
We have to help Batman. Suit up.
Who was that?
That was Jean-Paul.
Oh, right. Okay.
And that is the guy, that is Schreiber. Not Liv, the Pablo Schreiber.
Oh,
Is
okay.
doing the voice.
Cool. Cool.
Well, that's a gritty new look for the Dark Knight.
Okay.
I didn't love that.
I was gonna say, I'm not a fan of the Joker voice.
I like the way this looks, but
yes, I'm not a fan of the voice, but I like the way his look.
yeah. What's this next frame here? Is this just Bruce Wayne kicking the shit out of people?
Yeah. You see he had a cane in his hand?
Yeah. Okay, and then we got Riddler, of course.
Yes, and that's David Jasmalson, I think.
Oh, is it?
Uh-huh.
It makes sense. Yeah, he should be Riddler. He should be Riddler in live action.
Yeah.
Out there.
As
That is an awesome shot. That was one of my favorite, newer characters. The look.
I had the toy, and it was one of my favorite toys.
I have this one, and I have him in the Azrael Batsuit.
Yes.
I have both of them.
Two-Face. Nightwing.
There,
Guilty must pay.
What?
that suit right there.
Oh, this. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that is awesome. That's how you sell me the movie, I think, right there.
Right. I know, it's animation and you can do things in animation that you can't necessarily do in TV, in live action. Why wasn't this made as into a live action movie?
Because they haven't really gotten there with any of the storylines.
And I get
this
that.
has
That's
to
what
go
I mean.
later in the story.
And obviously. But we're starting with Batman Brave and the Bold with Damian Wayne as Robin.
Yeah.
So why
We're-
can we not have gone here?
We're further along, yeah, for
I
sure.
mean, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's going to happen. I mean, maybe this is an indicator that they're looking at this.
I doubt it.
My new evil
Oh no! Mike Myers is back as Dr. Evil, and yeah, that's the thing.
But,
yes,
Yeah, I mean, that is one thing that I am excited to see from the DCU.
sure,
So,
very cool.
but anyway, we like I said, we've had pretty wide open of a little bit of everything. So,
Yeah, you trailed off into the darkness.
yeah.
You got anything else?
Nope, that's pretty much it.
All right, well, Me neither. This has been a nice return. I think next time we are going to have a guest, I believe.
Yes.
We'll have some fun with that. And I will see some movies in the meantime. I urge you to watch Widow's Bay. And yeah, that's it for me.
All right, that's for me too. I will see you all next time, maybe, possibly.
For sure.
For sure.
Have a good one. See y'all later.
All right, bye.
Bye.